This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. You chose to hit play on this podcast today. Smart choice. Progressive loves to help people make smart choices. That's why they offer a tool called Auto Quote Explorer that allows you to compare your Progressive car insurance quote with rates from other companies. So you save time on the research and can enjoy savings when you choose the best rate for you. Give it a try after this episode at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Not available in all states or situations. Prices vary based on how you buy.
There's a classic scene from Magic Mike XXL, Joe Manganiello, right there, doing his thing in the supermarket. Hysterical. Man, what a career. Please welcome Joe to the show. Hey, Joe, how are you?
I'm great. How are you?
Doing good, man. You've had such an amazing career. All over the map. Congratulations.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, no, I'm actually really excited about the next few years. I've got some really, really exciting stuff coming, and I think it's going to be my biggest years ever coming up. So I'm excited.
Well, you have the Netflix thing, later this year, right?
Yeah, well, my comedy film with Vince Vaughn, Nonnas, comes out a little bit later. In a few months, I think it'll be out.
Nice.
And then, of course, next year, speaking of Netflix, One Piece starts dropping. So I'm very excited about all that.
Kind of seems like you're always working. And I wanted to ask you what draws you to a certain role, because you've done drama, you've done comedy, you've hosted. What is it that draws you to these things?
I mean, it's a good story. Good story. Could be fun. Could be a great cast. Could be a great, A-list director. Great source material. I don't know. I think I have an eclectic taste, and I like bouncing around. I like moving around. I mean, the funny thing is my career started in theater, and so I'm getting into like a good age for Chekhov, a good age for there's some great Shakespeare roles once you start getting older. So, I'm kind of excited for that at some point too.
Things you don't hear from a reality show host, talking about doing Shakespeare later. Now,
here's the funny thing is there's been kind of a shift in who's hosting these shows.
Yes.
You look at, for example, our show airs next day on Peacock, and, Peacock's biggest show currently is Traders with Alan Cumming, who's another theater guy. We wind up talking theater. So, I think there is something to this new wave of hosts that I am a part of.
You truly look like you enjoy it, and I'm all in on Deal or No Deal Island. I absolutely love it. I did not watch the first season, but you don't need to. I jumped in at the beginning of this season. And you guys really have done, and I know you're the executive producer also, people may not know that, you've done a great job of intertwining the drama with the feel of shows we already know, but with new, spicy angles that you guys have come up with.
Yeah, that's right. We took the Deal or No Deal format and kind of made that the final boss. But, of course, the competition series leading up to that is... it's Survivor-esque, it's Challenge-esque, but I think it's more strategic. Especially this season, we took a look at what worked and what didn't first season, and really tightened it up. And it's created this real pressure cooker atmosphere, which
totally
is the most drama out of it.
I realized after, we knew you were coming on, Joe, that you've got this book, Evolution, that came out that really talks about, health and wellness and your strict step-by-step workout routine. Now, the cover of this book, I'm sure you still look exactly like that. Are you still following that whole regiment?
Yeah, it's about mental training and how the mind is what stands between you and achieving your goals. And, in terms of the book, it was physical goals. But, the book, the workouts document what I did to get in shape for True Blood, and then, some of the magic, which the workouts were similar to what I did for Magic Mike. But, I haven't taken my shirt off in a movie in over a decade. So, the book documents how to do it. Like, here's the secret. There is no secret. So No, I mean, if I don't have to be that strict, I'm not that strict. But with that said, I love training. You know, training has been my best friend over the years, and it's a discipline that I'll take with me to the grave. You know, it's just I love self-mastery. I love pushing myself, and I still train, 6 days a week, and when I'm on the road, I'm the kind of person that goes to the gym all the time.
How do you do that, though? Like, Joe, on Deal or No Deal Island, where do you guys film that? Where is that?
It's on the Banker's Secret Island.
Oh, it's a secret, so you don't ever say where it is. I've been trying to figure that out. But when you go and do that and you put these grueling days in, when do you have time to work out? Like, how do you get in the mental space? Because I'm sure people listening can relate when you're like, oh, I can just forget it. That's the thing that's going to drop off. How do you force it, especially on the road?
You just do it. You just set the alarm. I mean, if you're waiting for a 25th hour to magically appear in your day, it's not going to happen. So you just set the alarm, you get up, you go. You just do it. So well, I mean, it's not hard if you love it. You just get up and do it. Just drag your butt to go do it. Listen, I love it. I also like 100-degree weather with 100% humidity. I like training in that. So it's actually, I get really excited to do it.
We're talking to Joe Manganiello, of course, the EP, executive producer, and host of Deal or No Deal. Barnes has got me into this. I love it. Can you tell us a little bit about the strategy? Because, being the EP and the host, you have to be impartial, right?
I am impartial. I mean, it's not to say that I don't judge people's good or bad moves. Let's make that clear, okay? Because that's part of the fun as well. But yeah, we are impartial. I mean, listen, you can go watch the movie Quiz Show and understand that in the 60s, people had to take a step back. This is like, government enforced that we don't know what's in the cases. It's not my job to stop somebody from taking a safe deal, because certainly if I did that, I'd be interfering with somebody's gut instinct, their intuition. And this is a game that tests luck. And so I'm out there to see, I want to meet the luckiest person in the world. I want to see someone who believes that they've got the money in their case. I want to see someone ride it all down. I mean, that's what we're all there to see, really. So there are people who are gamers that play it by the numbers, and you watch them go home. There are people that don't play it by the numbers. Instead, it just depends. It depends, and that's what makes the game so fun and so interesting and so unpredictable. That's where the drama is. And so, I mean, I'm just there to ride the ride with them. And this season, I think I've met maybe the luckiest person in the entire world, and also the craziest, the person who would repeatedly turn down deals.
Was it your idea to go do this show, or did someone come to you and pitch it?
I had worked with Endemol Shine and Sharon Levy previously. I had developed a show for Fox with Endemol. Once they started explaining to me what the show was, I said, "You don't even know who you're talking to." This is.
What's your best what's your favorite reality show? Like, you're a junkie, probably like me. What did you love?
I mean, I've seen almost every episode of Survivor.
Same.
Oh yeah.
Then you kind of mix in some, Naked and Afraid.
Oh yeah.
But he saw me on Password last year.
Oh, that's right.
I mean, I've been told that I'm the greatest Password player of all time.
Really?
Yeah, I've heard. Well, go watch the episode, and you tell me.
All right, I'm going to hunt it down.
I worked for Dungeons & Dragons for many years, and I would run Dungeons & Dragons games at my house. So
wow.
I understand how to run a game, how to manage personalities. I produced, I was a documentary filmmaker. So I understand the entire process. And so when they were explaining this game to me, it was like, you don't understand. Like, this is...
You're all in.
Like, I want to do this. And I had said no to every other hosting job ever, that had ever come my way. I'd said no to every one of them. They just weren't the right one for me. And this was the right one. And it was like, you gotta this is my show. Like, I'm telling you right now. And they agreed, and that was it. You know?
I'm jealous, man. What a great gig. Well, it's nice to meet you. Tonight,
Thank you.
a new episode, 9 o'clock on NBC, streaming tomorrow on Peacock. Joe Manganiello, thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thanks.
Here's a look at this season.
Team's ready. 3, 2, 1, go!
The banker is back with a vengeance, so prepare to face the most dramatic and unpredictable twists ever.
I'm gonna tell you right now, Tati, it's hard.
I'm playing Deal or No Deal Island, and I'm playing Love Island together.
Every single person is a narcissistic psychopath.
This is the most money anyone has ever won in the history of television. Deal or no deal?
The Morning X with Barnes and Leslie. 99X.
Hey there, I'm Paula Pan, host of the Afford Anything podcast. I help people make the smartest money decisions possible. How should that money get invested? Why value? Why not growth? We're going to answer all of these questions.
All of them?
All of them! From investing strategies and the thing about tariffs to economic trends and beyond.
In one episode.
In one episode. Can you believe it?
I gotta ask for a raise.
What's 5% of zero?
Oh, crap.
Afford Anything. Follow and listen on your favorite platform.